No wrist wraps or nothing, just really trying to feel the weight on the chin.
So as far as mindset, how it evolves, or how it really, it's not really an evolving thing, it's more consistent. Like to me, every session counts. Like we may come in like, you know, have something to do for a company or something like that, but for me, it's still like, you got to get in there and you got to hit that session. Like that session counts in all aspects. Like if I'm gonna eat the food, I'm gonna drink the water, I'm gonna train my ass off. So perfect for not training for 2 weeks. So even if somebody you're training with, you know, they're doing a little bit more low volume than you, if you know you need a little bit more volume, get it in when you can, when you have to. Progression is on you all the time. It's not on somebody else, it's all on you. And that's the biggest deal with mindset, is just knowing that it's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. They can't do it for you. Do what you got to do to be the best you.
So it's not a passive thing, like it'll just intensify.
So as far as that, it does evolve. Like you got to figure out what your body needs, like each body part, stuff like that. But also, the mindset that you have to have is so locked in that it almost does become passive. Like I don't have to sit there and think like I'm gonna get up at the same time every morning. I'm gonna do my routine no matter if somebody's in town, if nobody's in town. Like my routine is my routine. It becomes your normal, which can almost become passive if you're that locked in. That kind of mindset is passive, but it comes from years and years and years of being locked in and knowing what you got to do and doing what you got to do that's going to benefit you.
So second nature just becomes your nature.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just nature at that point. It's not even second nature. And that's at the highest level. And you can see people that have lacks in progression and stuff like that, and a lot of times that'll come down to them not being so locked in when they need to be locked in, or saying, oh, I can take this session off because it's just a fun session, it's just a photo shoot or something like that. Even if you're out of your normal zone, you need to be in your zone, if that makes sense. I know that probably sounds contradicting, but it's just, it all matters. It all comes down to every set, every rep. That's why I don't take a set off, I don't take a rep off. It's just locked in. When it's your time to work, just work in all aspects.
All the way. Especially if there was a time I didn't eat.
You know, like everything was always geared towards, I'm trying to make a point on the consistency.
Oh.
Like, this is years compounded on years of refinement.
Yeah, because when you even asked me that, I was so thrown off because like I've never not ate. Like,
right.
I got the internet when I was 13. And from then, I just started researching because I always wanted to have a good physique, watching Arnold and Sly and all those guys. So when I was 13, got the internet. From then on, I was researching nutrition, what I need to do. And that's what I put on 20 pounds of muscle because I found protein shakes to drink, eating 6-7 times a day when I was that age. And it's from there, I never stopped because my main goal then was to build a freaky physique, even at that young age. And you have to do it with food and nutrition. So there's never been a time where I've been like off and not eating. Like, it would feel so foreign, and like, if something bad would happen for me to just fall off. Like I have to have like break a fucking knee or something where I couldn't train. That'd be the only way I would just like fall off with it. So no, I've never had a time where I would just not eat or not do what I need to do to build a physique. Not necessarily bodybuild, but just build a physique.
Well, the reason I started training was anger issues. I was in anger management as a kid and stuff like that. So I come to the gym and just train big compound, little bit squat, bench, deadlift. I did that for years, did powerlifting for a long time. That's when I kind of directed toward bodybuilding specifically, refined my eating. I figured the stronger you got, the bigger you got, which isn't necessarily true. Not when you're just moving weight from point A to point B. It's true in the sense that when you're moving the weight with the actual muscle you're training. Most days I train more, I guess you can say, like a bench one style still to this day. Constant tension, more like a 3/4 rep range. But I've learned that me being a taller guy, being 6 foot, that constant tension really works well for me. And so does a higher volume approach, where I used to train more low volume, high intensity. It built good grainy muscle on me, but the roundness and the fullness that I carry now came from experimenting more with a higher volume approach, where I'm doing anywhere from 16 to 20 sets per muscle group, and then a 12 to 20 rep range for most things. But yeah, I think the moment you decide that you know it all, that you don't need to know how to train anymore, that this way works for me and nothing else matters, it's probably the time where you're actually really inhibiting yourself and making more progress. So you have to always be open to making changes, because your body changes. The more muscle you add, a different range of motion your body wants to operate better in. Your body's constantly evolving, so you need to be open and evolving with your training and nutrition as well. Yeah.